different storm point. I think that's going to be the deciding factor if we start saying, wow, RCO might just be the team to beat today.
Rumor has it that we have a collection of Lobas landing on the map, and I think if you've got to go somewhere like fish farms, for example, the loot's quite spread out there, so it may help you just get a much better start and just get out of a very open area quickly. But it's another question, we spoke about the Bangalores and so on, the Caustics, but I think the comparison of like Wraith and Ash has to be looked at as well, that more direct rotation of Ash, which does give you the option to go vertical as well, rather than start vertical in most cases and go down. Could be quite interesting. Worth noting, we did have an appearance of an Octane in EMEA earlier on, which is all too rare at present, and I don't expect it to happen here, but definitely worth noting.
Yeah, or not. I don't know. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see. That was a risky gamble right there, but you know, it's the beauty of it. And what better way to prepare for LAN, seeing different styles. Take a look at your storm point landing zones.
Kelas pagi woi. Sabar Selin.
Notably for NRG.
Ahmad Rafi, halo bang. Halo Gip, halo bang.
Eastern side of things, Command Center for 100 Thieves, who are at the top of our leaderboards. We'll see C9 down in your bottom right towards Launchpad, Ganjaman, and the rest of the squad of Scary landing near Gale, splitting and actually splitting Gale and Fish Farm. So quite a bit of for them, and they will be able to face their entire lobby alone at their back. So some opportunities there for Ganjaman to an impact in Game 4.
Yeah, potential nice rotation from NRG as well from Checkpoint, as they've got some more buildings to the south should they head in that direction. They do have Beacon where they landed as well. So plenty of information and plenty of loot for the likes of NRG. Getting information that Ghost Gaming have got a Bangalore on deck as well. So again, we're seeing a very colourful lobby here in more ways than one. Seeing some early rotations as well from some of the RCO making their way to the high ground. We'll see what awaits them up there, but it is really a whole new world here as the song goes for these teams in these configurations, and there is one of the many logos here on Sleepy Panda. Need to get rid of their squishy armor sooner rather than later, as we can see Ghost Gaming in a much better position with 1 purple and 2.
Ya gini lah ya, LGS pagi-pagi ambil makan, ya kan. Gila, Apex bet anaknya.
No genie to save them if they somehow fall off. That will definitely be to the chagrin of their own attempts to win this lobby today. Gonna have to keep it playing perfect, keep it playing
Lagan pagi kami pagi Lagan.
Staying engaged. NRG still looking hungry.
Oh iya.
Looking even
ada follow anjir.
Starving.
Apa VCT juga mulai kah? Kalau VCT mulai kita nonton VCT sekalian. Gimana?
The phase breach play that we cast
lagi bingung cuy.
Game number 2, trying to really push and take over the Kraber spot that we saw. I believe it might have actually been 100 Thieves kind of gatekeeping them at the back end of the circle. It was the right idea. I liked the aggressiveness. 100 Thieves just heard the play, reacted to the play.
Gua nggak tahu nih timnya siapa aja, kagak ada TSM, kagak ada apa-apa. Bingung gua mau dukung siapa. Udah lah ya, lihat aja.
Gets a top 5. I mean, I like what they're doing. I think it's just a matter of execution and feeling comfortable within this lobby. And that's also the challenge, James. These lobbies change every day. So it's hard to feel comfortable one day and then immediately comfortable
next. Enak banget pakai crypto. Udah dicicil tuh.
Griefing with the crypto drone. Definitely a fan. Better to give than to receive as far as that's concerned. And if NRG are starving, then it's got to be a famine as far as points are concerned for the likes of Esports Arena, who had a rough ride in the first half of the proceedings today. And we'll keep an eye on
them. Kan gimana tidurnya pada nyenyak kah?
Liquid.
Masih mikirin utang yang belum dibayar.
Content for now with their blue armor. Nocturnal will be looking for a little more, but with that Loba, again, they'll have the bullets to try and level up, and we are having some hot drops already. In they go. That's going to be. Oh, I'm not sure if it's working out for them. We need to get a first.
Ditabrak anjir. Ya, meninggal.
We may be about to lose our first team.
Ya, kocak. Kalau jam 9.30. Oke, nanti kita mabar nonton Valo juga. Pokoknya hari ini intinya kita nobar turnamen, bodo amat. Win standing sama bang, ada yang belum dibayar. Wah. Bayar dulu, bayar.
Of the 8 that were mentioned, that's a lot of Lobas, James.
Of Gotta say, that is a very early full send, full commit, push into a building. I cannot recall.
From LMK, huh?
Yeah, I cannot recall
Confident much.
something happening that early in a very, very long time. So, I don't know if they just, yeah, maybe they thought it was empty, but that's a painful lesson if that was the case.
Teori nobar turnamen, bener. Karena apa? Gue butuh watch time, terus gue bingung mau konten apa. So, iya deh, kita nobar turnamen aja ya. Mana turnamennya kagak ada yang tahu nih gue timnya siapa. Kalau apa tuh kemarin tuh? South apa yang ada RTR sama Shift gue pasti tahu. Kalau yang AMMA something itu gue juga masih dukung TSM. Ini kagak tahu gue timnya. Energy ada, Cloud9 ada sih. Tapi TSM kan harusnya ada di sini. Bentar. Kok kocak TSM? Halo? Oh Lord, weh, kenapa lu tiba-tiba gitu? Nah udah, pokoknya gue udah bahas series, bingung gue. Udah 2 tahun, udah setahun lebih gue ngikutin, tapi masih gak paham aja. Kemarin PSG lawan ini. Kemarin tuh gue sempat lihat di turnamen Valorant ya. Ada yang apa namanya? Tim bola loh. Apa sih itu namanya? Lupa gue. Pokoknya logonya logo tim bola Indonesia gitu. Masuk e-sport keren emang. Keren banget. Iya Persija. Iya Persija. Tapi gue kocak di Persija masuk juga. WWW adalah heal-healnya Asa. Waduh. PSG atau Valencia? Wah. Gak tau deh. Loh, Indo. Ada. Kocak bet.
A team except LMK. So it's a good sign for most of the lobby here. Really no damage to speak of. Still wide open for any team to take control.
Was it LMK who were griefing in Harvester when they were hiding behind a team who were on Beacon? I'm not sure if it was LMK or a different team. I might go and check that after the broadcast. Just curious, but in the meantime, NRG will be using Replicator. For those of you at home, the turbocharger is in the Replicator today, which is much devotion action, and especially on the likes of World's Edge, where you can get closer quarters, that devotion absolutely melts. But at longer range, you might not hit all the bullets, but you can certainly crack some shields. We'll see if that's going to be the case here. The purple backpack is, of course, in the Replicator as well this week. So there's lots of
kalau lu tahu kan di turnamen AOV ada lo tim PSG-nya ini. PSG bola Neymar tuh. Sama Valencia tapi pas turnamen internasional. Menarik.
Yeah, and I think stay with it. I like this lineup. I'm a fan of keeping it together. NRG.
Menarik juga. Lucu. Tapi PSG itu katanya juga dia ada ini kan nggak salah. Tim FIFA-nya kalau nggak salah apa-apa. Lupa gue. Ternyata yang main Neymar juga kan lucu.
We don't want anyone to see us now. Just run it. Because if it shifts weirdly, we might need a thing.
Communication timnya Energy deh. Gue kalau communication tim kayak gini lebih suka punya Jesse ini si siapa tuh namanya TSM. Bacotnya banyak banget dah.
You're going there or not? I think I'm comfortable with leaving Nate here and we can discourage for more syringes. Alright. Careful your health, Nate.
Pop a syringe.
It is kind of pulling down, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know what the zone
is. It is. We could literally just play from here this whole game.
I got more syringes.
Nih.
More by me right here. Sweet. You know.
Meta main di luar ring nih. Kayak gini nih.
Oh, I thought they were popping a Phoenix.
Alright, I'll pop 2 and then pro, please. We need to wait because
nggak mau masuk dulu.
Not peek because they do have. If they hold us in gas, it'll make our game much harder. Oh, I'm actually fucked that low ball.
Oh, pantesan dia berada di luar ring, ada ini, ada Valkyrie.
I'm good.
Tuh guys, makanya kalau main Apex bawa Valkyrie guys. Kalian kalau di Apex Mobile ada Valkyrie langsung beli. Udah the best. Kayak itu legend paling wadidadidadidau. Di antara sponsornya atau itu emang cabang timnya? Mungkin cabang sih kalau menurut gua.
I don't see anyone. Could easily get wrapped. Like.
Ya, halo? Halo? Internet?
Yeah, I have a related weapon for this spot.
Yeah, we're full safe.
Charge
there,
rifle,
and
100
next zone, like next zone, the green zone. We're like.
Bentar, Snipe kenapa main ini? Main Fortnite lucu juga.
Yeah, I think we play low key right now for a potential third party like on this side. All right, let's low.
Iya,
We
loading.
try to bait a team to coming behind us to the company.
Iya, buffering.
I could rat.
Gua ngantuk anjir.
Yeah, like,
Tidur atuh jangan ini.
Here and hold them and shoot them. I just peek them from above them in this fucking bush.
Ya nggak bisa judi. Fuck. Pagi Haidar, welcome. Pokoknya pagi-pagi juga ya kalian ya.
On me is good.
Kocak dah.
In the event that they climb up on me before running up to you, which is
Come to
unlikely,
me,
I'll
come
just
to me.
go TP straight to you.
I think they could see our heads though if they walk
Well,
up.
you could
just
peek
like a-
this.
think-
We're not really trying to rat it.
this
We're not really trying
guy's-
to rat it. Like we're just trying to like maybe.
Just
kill
sit
them.
up here, just sit up here.
Yeah, like that's.
We can just
fine.
shoot down on them.
What the fuck? Why did it send me off that?
Ya, Indonesia kepake deh.
Wait, crafting, I think. And what did I just see? Is that lined up with the crafting?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Soalnya nama awalnya Talon. Pas ada sponsor DC dan di Talon, sekarang ganti nama jadi KFC Talon gara-gara sponsornya KFC.
Do we just shoot them in
Oh
this
kayak
zone?
ini
Yeah, I don't
FTX,
think we can even rat on them.
TSM FTX. Tau gak sih TSM tuh sekarang
Go the opposite direction.
ini join sama jualan koin
I think
gitu-gitu,
that's the play.
kripto-kriptoan,
I don't
lucu
think
banget.
we should rat.
Okay.
I just don't think it's worth it.
I could sit in gas, but my 2 to 4x on in the gas bounces like a fucking.
Gam, originalnya di mana?
Alright,
Nih,
remember,
nih.
like, if you're this far into the tunnel, you can't be hit by Gibby.
Di Twitch. Kalian kalau mau lihat di YouTube juga ada kok. Cari aja Apex Legend. Paling sekarang lagi live.
We can probably insta-kill one.
Bukan paling ya, harusnya memang lagi live
Yeah,
sekarang.
right here on
If you
me.
hit him once, I can kill him. They're gonna be 1 HP flush.
Yeah, like bro, I mean, I'm ratting here. Like if they come up below me, I'm going beam time.
Nah, kayak gitu.
What is wrong with these people? They're like,
Wait, what?
Ini TSM FTX apa FTX TSM lucu banget deh.
way.
Mergernya sama kripto-kriptoan nih.
No, not really like hard ratting it, but like you know.
Anjing cari. Maaf nih, tim POV kagak ada yang lain apa ya?
Yeah, we could chill. There's a fight at the bridge right now. We could easily wrap around this and third that. Yeah,
I see them
no
right
reason to
here.
wrap. Yeah, let's shoot them. Shoot them off so they know we're here, so they fuck off.
I don't know where he went.
Loh, live.
They could walk up.
Loh ini live ini official nggak kopi kanan? Enggak lah. Itu kayak kan gue juga
That's annoying.
kasih tahu kalian juga kalau ada Apex turnamen sekarang kan.
You gotta just shoot them so they
Kalau
know
kopi
we're
kanan
here.
tinggal
No-
di
no need to
delete
kill them.
videonya
Just
kelar.
gotta literally shoot them.
Wait, it's like 2 Gibbies.
Hah, 2 GB?
Well, there was a Gibby in the tunnel. There's
There
definitely
was a
a team in the tunnel.
It's
Eh,
2
bentar.
Gibbies. It's two teams in the zone. 100%.
Okay,
There's literally
that's
2
what
teams
I
next to each other. They're gonna fight.
Okay.
They're gonna fight.
Mantek gitu POV-nya. Iya.
So I can maybe play.
Males anjing yang buat POV. Males nyari.
Water.
Yeah, team is gonna.
Ya walaupun interesting sih kayak dua tim ada di luar ring gitu loh. Tapi kan kayak bro nggak perang-perang.
Guy in this building.
Ini juga orang nge-hold sini terus mau dibegal anjir kagak boleh keluar orang.
A red armor Gibby.
58 seconds.
They
to
just-
level
they just went
fucking
over
through
here.
gas. Yep.
No, but there's still another team though. There's still another team.
They're gonna try to play out here. We can swing out left and wipe that
Yeah,
whole
they
side.
Valkulted,
That's
Valkulted.
huge. That's huge. That's huge.
Yeah, that's them.
Be mindful of this team. This team might come up late and walk up along this Nate below you. Don't need to overchow that. Like you don't.
Lama-lama gue main Yu-Gi-Oh nih.
Have great angles as well.
Beneran dah.
Dude gone, we are not. We're landing towards tunnel.
That team should be coming out.
Gue dulu gam ke sekolah. Yo mangga
Landing
mangga.
here. All popping medkits.
Di belakang tuh dia mau dari belakang tuh mau
150
ngeflame.
damage spray. Cracked one. They have a bang alert though. They have a bang.
I'm gonna look. I can grief that little living fuck out of them.
I'm just watching our back for the tunnel wrap.
Keep doing it. They're literally still in gas. I think they're just gonna Valcolt. That charge off I got, there's gonna be a fucking going.
Yo Yogi.
These guys have nowhere to play.
Nih bosan nih bentar. Gue mau lihat ini juga
There you
soalnya.
go. Alright, now we're gonna focus to the right. I'm currently 3-4. 3-4 if anyone has a shitload of sauce.
I'm shooting middle guy.
3.
Yang bosan teknisnya iye orangnya apa? Enggak sih. Kalau lu mau lihat turnamen Apex tuh emang kayak apa 2-3 ring belakang tuh kayak ya Allah mending lu tinggal bikin mie dulu dah beneran. Dibanding nonton lu bikin mie dulu, bikin popcorn kalau lu mau niat nonton dari awal sampai akhir ya. Kalau kayak gini kayak males sumpah. Zone terakhir soalnya baru bagus. Nih mulai zone berapa nih? Zone 3 itu kan udah mulai kecil tuh. Iya mulai tembakin, iya.
Charlotte Phoenix absolutely naked. They've gone to the wrong beach. I don't think it's allowed in this situation.
Oh ya mau ngasih tahu lagi. Kalau ID Gen 3-nya mirip sama VTuber dari Riot. Sekian menghilang. Yo. Wih, Spitfire aja dapet. Bukan ding itu. Iya bang Spitfire. Iya kena. Iya mati. Di Gibi ult. Gak ada Gibi sih lu timnya. Itu tuh gak ada Gibi, itu tuh resikonya tuh. Kayak hebat. Iya, hilang. Ini kalau dia bisa nge-class lucu sih. Oh enggak.
Who will clean that one up. Fun FPS and Nocturnal involved in the skirmish as well. So 2 teams down. Great performance from NRG to just patiently be aware of all the other options they had to utilize. Whether it was zone, whether
iya, kalau PUBG M lagi bro, ngantuk bro. Awalnya bro. Mau PUBG M, PUBG PC ngantuk, awalnya ngantuk bener dah. Kan mereka kan pada main posisi ya, mending mereka dapat poin posisi dulu dibanding apa namanya, poin kill. Kam kalau lu ikut turnamen gimana rasanya? Gue jujur belum pernah ikut turnamennya di dalam hidup gue tuh gue belum pernah ikut turnamen tapi kayak nggak bisa tidur sih gue Hamin satunya. Damn. 80 masuk, tapi udah down deng. Apa?
Beautiful from James Fearless, one of our teams who used to run Bangalore.
Yoi.
For the Ash this time around, and it'll be the same composition on Furia, who must have annoyed many people over the course of scrims and these last days on Storm Point as they live in the zone. When will you start fighting? It's just another thing to worry about. But Furia almost mad scientist to how they perfected that rotation.
Ya, hilang. Ya. Kocak. Anjir Rampage emang gay sih. Kayak tadi liat banget.
Yeah, suboptimal positioning with all the windows there, but that wasn't their choice. They were impressed by multiple teams. Shot through the window, down
kebuka banget males gue.
Couldn't even use a crypto to recover.
Beb, yo what's up? Ikut kelas meeting Apex enggak bang? Enggak pernah gam. Kelas meeting Apex gimana ya maksudnya? Mau hilang zoom, siap mau hilang zoom. Yo bangga.
I think CLG might just have 1 man up at present. OXG though have 3, trying to find some cover. There is gunshots coming from every direction at the moment. They're all trying to.
Tinggal berapa tim sih? 1, 2. Ada masih armor biru loh, ya Allah. Susah.
11 squads. Make that 10. Remain in the lobby.
Iya, mati karena zone.
No, they'll make it 8. It is a lobby on fire. Ghost Gaming with 12 points into the day. Game 4. They need a lot more stats to do damage.
Kayak gini nih males dia.
Make a dent up first, but you know who's been first over the course of these days in North America? It's been ESA. Can they somehow bounce back to former glory? He's going to find a chance to jump up. Skittles Cakes playing the Horizon, one of the few teams who have adopted her in Storm Point. It's going to work out for them. 7 squads remaining. Skittle Cakes in Esports Arena. Clean it up. They're going to grab Duplex back. But guess who's here? Cloud9.
CAHNNEL, yo, what's up?
Blood in the water, and they are going to be right on the scent. Albrelelli, Zach Mazer, stay naughty. Have their eyes on ESA, but so far in a pretty good.
Masih minjem karakter ya, masih minjem player ya ini loh, masih minjem player TSM nggak dibalik-balikin. Kelakuan.
Where that is headed. Oh my god, somebody getting charge rifled. 6 makes his way to the floor at the hands of Rocker. Ghost Gaming trying to use cover as best they can. They've got to get their teammate back up though. And then we've got NRG now with a lot of grenades going.
Kenok tuh,
Surely they
mati.
get KP from this fantastic angles, and Ghost Gaming get nothing more from this game. 5 squads remaining. Don't forget, Team Liquid have been chilling in a building for a while.
Squadnya kemarin nggak datang santai. Kemarin lu datang lah. Ada kok.
They still have their doors
Santai
and
aja.
their low barrels inside, just chilling and just waiting for these teams to thin out. They just want to pick off the people who are weak and keep their position.
We've got Liquid, we've got
Apa
one
ya?
from CLG.
Karena kalau di turnamen kan dia selalu apa yang nge-hold gedung gitu loh. Jadi kayak loba tuh lu gak perlu kemana-mana buat ngambil barang gitu loh. Kalau ranked ya ngapain nge-hold gitu. Nggak main turnamen santai aja bro gitu loh. Itu nggak fun juga loh kalau dimainin, kurang fun.
Black hole from Horizon, what will it pull? A couple of grenades, force the dome. Gilderson's waiting patiently with the peak.
Iya, mati lobanya. Oh enggak,
Sweet. Does he have time for anything? No, he hits the floor. It's Nathan as well, trying to hold things back. But he's
Wah itu kalau lobanya gak mati sih, kata orangnya, wah anjing gitu.
It's C9 taking on NRG. They put him down.
Damn.
Silence him. C9 in control of the lobby. 4 squads.
Masa? Iya kemarin lu datang kan lu sih. Orang lu yang komen ini yang gua pin komen. Enggak mati, aman. Hidup aja udah ke beam kayak gitu bisa-bisa ya. Anjing.
Like he's been told off at school and not move a muscle. Cloud9 still enjoying the space they have. You can see the urgency around the outside of Team Liquid's building, which is why all that pressure.
Follow live sekarang, bentar. Last week nanti kita pindah follow dulu. Taruh linknya Sandra. Lagi seru. Udah mulai belum? Apa masih live doang? Enak, pengen gue.
Both those teams are going to have no cover beyond the domes, and maybe CLG even get involved to try and get some late KP. Who knows?
Out still has the defensive compartment. Zone is about to close. 3, 2,
Nice one.
This is now or never. They've got to get out of that building as well. And so, team up top, Liquid, is going to have a problem. They can't get out because no one has the Ash. It's a unique problem we didn't see coming through, and they're going to have to run it. And so is ESA. They're coming out last.
Oh iya, fungsinya Ash kalau dia lagi jebak gedung kayak gitu, tapi situasional banget.
Liquid have isolated themselves in a building, but that building will be first out of the zone. So what are they going to do now? ESA also forced to dome shield. The defensive.
Tapi kalau Valo beduk banget, betul.
In the battlefield, and it's Liquid who have to move first. It's Nocturnal on the Loba. He most likely will get taken down. However, feeling so confident here, hiding behind the pump.
Lihat tuh respawn beacon dibuat buat apa namanya? Buat cover. Apa?
And the rest of C9, only 2 squads remaining. It is their time to push and clean up game number 4.
The trigger discipline, I think that's
lebih ke gak ada pilihan lain gak sih?
But when they rotated, and that's going to allow them to move position because Cloud9 are stuck.
Beamnya anjing sakit banget.
And we got Albraleli down, Duplex is
down
as well, and Nox might have to clutch this with Skittle Cakes. They've got the Kevlar up for the time being, but he's still standing.
Dapat 3 kill kah? Dapat 3 kill kah? Dapat 3 kill kah?
It's down to Zach Mazer now to try and clutch it, looking for a shield swap. He gets half of it at the very least. The Peacekeeper is ready, popping the bat behind his teammate's cover. And
1v1. Ngapain Abriali?
He's inside a palm tree. What's happening? Zach can't find him, trying to bat.
Oh! Abriali memang jago. Bang dia si ini kan si pinjam budget TSM kalau nggak salah. Memang jago. Iya nggak sih? Lupa gue. Iya mungkin. Mana ada GG yoi 2 kita.
But it will be game 4 that goes in the favor of Esports Arena. What a performance. It was a nice clutch there as well. The height clearly making a difference.
Nah, 24 menit lagi. Ya Allah, masih setengah jam lagi. Mana sih? Kita cari Valorant.
Really a nice clutch against Zach there and C9, who were, in my opinion, favorites kind of in their positioning to win this lobby.
Mana belum ada di Twitch. VCT.
After being briefed by Albraleli in the earlier matches, and I have to give credit to them for having the trigger discipline on the
Ini ya.
ult when they rotated away from the building. They could have used it to try and distract that team and run away, but they were like, oh no,
Pinoy
they've got their
anjing.
own problems.
PH
We
up.
can hold on to this. And that allowed them to force the zone from Cloud9 and close the distance to get closer and get those downs in the first place.
I mean, the placement points are really the only difference, especially the 1 kill. It's a 4-point swap. First and
Iya
second
kan,
plus 1
Abrilnya
kill.
emang jago aja.
1v1 was 4. Well, 4 points
Controllernya.
make the difference
Gading dia masih
in
keyboard
today's
tuh.
tournament. How crazy that would be. 1 kill, 1 moment. Do not miss your shot. Do not miss your chance. Well, of course, they'll get another one in 2 games to go. Kind of getting harder and harder to look at this bottom 11, though, James, because of how I think shifted towards the top.
Iya tuh ada Persija anjir.
Maybe the only team we talked about a lot, and that wasn't because of their play. It was because of their ability to last in the zone for that long. But Optimal Ambition, literally vibing, even scary with Ganjaman, who
Mod gak ada mod. Gue dulu ngikutin mod tuh. Zaman masih ada Raselia. Udah gak ada Raselia, males gue.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of teams stuck in the zone, standing next to each other with no idea. Of course, a lack of bloodhounds at the moment. But I think one thing they'll have to
Di Palo
think about
Indonesian
is the
Esports.
rotations
The
when
Jackmania, let's
are
go.
using replicators late on, because a lot of people are trying to sneak their way in, but we could talk about that more
Logan
later as
Lane.
we see Esports Arena. It's a
Kayak
team effort.
Dem itu kayak
Very
OP
similar
banget sih
damage
barusan sih.
and reasonably similar kills.
Dia berhasil down 3 orang ya kalau nggak salah ya, 2 atau 3 orang.
With the Jibby ult, forced the dome.
Wih, Gabrieli memang the best.
Fantastic stuff. Almost standing on a
Cloud9 dukung gue, Cloud9 sukanya cuma sama Aprilia doang. Sisanya gak kenal.
They need those extra points. They will be very important for them going forward into the last 2 games.
And huge on the
Ini buat apa
Valkyrie
coba
to
ini?
have that height to be able to play around the palm tree. I mean, it definitely got him out of line of sight and through Zach for a bit, just thinking he was still up in the skies. He had actually fallen to the left. The reorientation, just that little moment, that little bit of hesitation might have been all the difference as well. But it was a really strong performance. I mean, that's the separation between these 2 teams. Teams that we all, across the talent side, thought could be winners today. ESA already proven they can be winners today in this lineup. But, man, I'm surprised to see how well NRG have transitioned of being a team that throughout it all have played very, very
Benar,
well.
kita lihat-lihat Twitter.
OXG, 100 Thieves don't really
Rina
have starting
San.
performance. The big movers, though, in 1, 4, and 5. Esports Arena up 5, Cloud9 up 3 to round out your top 5 here.
Yeah, no,
Wih, tadi gue download thumbnail gue sendiri karena gue ketinggalan, kelupaan.
Being in 9th place and being in 4th place, so they have really kept it tight now. If you look at, well, I mean, kind of the top.
Ya DSM kenapa gak ikut ya?
Landslide of in points here at all. Literally, the difference in that fight was when he flew up in the air.
Yeah, whatever.
Same time, there's $1 million in Stockholm to be grabbed, and looking at the bottom half of the table, the likes of Furia will definitely need to have
Sandra,
more
apa sih
for the last
Rinasan?
2 games.
Ini ya?
Yeah, for
Siapa
me,
sih? Mana sih? Mana sih?
when I look at Tech and Zeraturkey and Panders, you know, there's no doubt about it. The
Mana
talent.
sih? Kalian ngobrolin apa sih?
Question
Kok
for
aku
me is,
ketinggalan
what are
sesuatu?
you getting from that rotation style that's really putting you above the rest of the lobby? We know that they like to create their own path. They like to do things a bit differently. Heck, I was really enjoying when they were playing some off-meta champions. I know we saw Fuse come into the meta for a couple of
Oh, ini yang
games
lagi
today.
ini, ya
Now
Allah.
it's obviously shifted back out. I like that.
Pak,
they
dia nggak naruh
really
irinya sendiri dong.
good,
Hey.
You know, you take your skills, you take what you're good at, and you kind of go into them. You lean into them. I like that. But we've got to see something different. I've been a little lackluster. It's been a little unsurprising from the bottom 11 to 20. Let's
Jadi
see
kita
that
lihat
step
Twitter
up
dulu
here.
lah
We've
ya.
got 2 more games for it.
Itu VR
And
chat
let's
jam.
see if anybody can crash
Pasti
the
Gabi
top
bolos
five
ya
for
enggak.
today for
Kuliahnya nggak ada.
C9. And of course, for NRG. Let's see how that changes coming up soon. We've got 5th game coming up here on Storm Point. That's where we're ending the day. Rainday and James will be back for Game 6 to close it all out in just a bit.
I'm not. Play me. I got fuck. Play him. It's up to you, Knock.
Pop a bat.
Tuh dia satu.
Not good. That shield swap's not good. He's on the rock.
Yeah, he's batting up there. You can.
Come
Tuh.
to me. Come to me.
Tuh. Bisa-bisanya dia ke atas dulu loh buat nge-hide.
He's playing his Gibbies now.
Nice.
You're the fucking beast. You're doing that every single time. Y'all know I wasn't gonna lose that. Yeah, I know. I 100% face.
Monster Energy,
Itu VR chat.
the official energy drink of the Apex Legends Global Series.
2 menit. Masih lama lagi. Kenapa ya? Masih ngobrol-ngobrol lagi. Ya Allah, capek. Kita nonton. Kenapa guys? Sedaknya guys.
Ya, oh my god. Tambah lagi lah ya kali makan mie 1 doang. Enggak, itu 2. Itu 2 iya.
Oh pas ya. Oke.
Enggak ada udangnya. Enggak ada udangnya nih.
Paha.
Tinggi badan kamu berapa, Yam? Salah. Maaf guys, maaf. Aku taruh sini.
Ih, gue takut jatuh loh itu ya kameranya.
Seperti yang aku bilang.
Bayangin jatuh bubar ya. Gak ada apa-apa ya Allah manusia ini. Poggi. Pogri. Apaan lagi nih ya Allah. Ih lucu banget karakter Mumei. Gam yang main arsik gak jadi. Siapa? Oh, si Ucit kagak tahu. Dua-duanya loading loh, cepat menonton. Yo, semangat.
Jabu, die, Jabu, die, Jabu. I wanna die. Every
Lucu banget. Only begging for Mirror to subscribe cause she still got unfinished project for 1 million subs. Wait! It's not. It's not the time yet. Ucuk. Tiger Mafia. Gila ya, namanya fan art bagus-bagus banget men. Sketching composition and thumbnail practice. Let's go. Debut. Caking wagi-wagi. Let's go. P. Apa Selin? Balik lagi main Genshin, Yoman. Kobokan air masih ini loh. Masih di atas men, gila. Astaga sadar namanya. Tinggal pilih Kobo-chan. Ya, bocah dulu atau Kobokan air. Kobo. Masih ngobrol lagi, ya Allah, lama banget. Beb, Bang Selin, yo gabut jam. Sama. Kira gue gak gabut nih. Gue dari tadi cuma nyari penonton aja. Udah gak peduli sama views setinggal berapa. Gue ada 5 loh tiba-tiba. Kalian gak pada tidur. Bisa pas gitu ya, pas pawang hujan viral muncul fitur berpawang hujan. Ya itu marketing bro. Balik lagi itu marketing. Mungkin dia punya modelnya emang apa namanya air gitu. Tapi kayak di detik-detik terakhir gitu ya, dia mikir kayak ini hipotesis gua ya. Kayak karena kan dia kan sempat ke overshadow nih si generasinya si Kobokan air kan sempat overshadow sama Hololive yang event baru. Terlalu meriah lah Hololive yang event baru kan, sampai lupa ada Hololive baru. Holo ID member baru. Karena itu terus dia bikin kayak di detik-detik akhir gue mau namanya yang lucu dan juga lagi viral sekarang apa. Yang viral sekarang pawang hujan. Oke, gue mau nyari pawang hujan apa ya? Kobokan air. Fuck, gue pakai kobokan air gitu. Gitu. Om Sen main Osu, gak bisa tidur gam. Main dulu tapi udah gak punya PC jadi gak main lagi. Iya.
Yeah, it's gonna be tricky too, especially with where the circle was pulling a very open here for a lot of these teams to be able to capitalize for these third parties like Energy was able to do right here.
Iya. Itu kata gue tuh kayak dia bakal ganti nama di detik terakhir sih, kayak sebelum dipublis kayak anjir gue mau ganti nama Kobokan air. Dibuat Jepangan ya, jadi Kobokan air, ya kan? Yakin gue itu kayak sebelumnya tuh kayak masih apa namanya enggak itu gue kayak punya hipotesis itu kayak nggak mungkin itu nama warna gitu. Iya. Bisa another level of marketing. Iya, itu mah marketing. Kalau kan anak baru Hololive aja, anak marketing baru Hololive aja. Anak marketing baru datang gitu kan kayak dia ngomong ke Yago gitu. Nih Holo ID Gen 3 nih kita ke overshadow banget nih. Kita nggak bisa deh kayak gini. Kita harus ada satu orang yang disacrifice. Namanya buat jadiin trending. Itu kan kata anak marketingnya kan. Ya udah, ini kita ada bentuknya kayak air. Kita ganti namanya jadi Kobokan air. Lu diem ya gue. Ini gue jamin trending di Twitter nomor 1 bentar lagi. Udah lu diem aja gitu. Kata-kata anak marketingnya gitu. Lu diem aja. Kalau gak trending gue pecat gue sekarang juga. Ya kan. Saat pas dikeluarin trending. Gila ya kan. Keren banget. Yang viral itu Fabio ngikutin pawang hujan. Bang Selin VTuber dia dan berhasil. Yoi dan berhasil. Gue juga iya itu Gami tuh jadi abangku soalnya. Selalu. Woohoo!
Number 5.
The legends have been locked in. The players are in the dropship, while some of them are still, as a majority of the flight path has already gone over Storm Point.
Ya langsung dikasih bonus sama Yago nih, gue kasih bonus buat lu anjing. Jadi gituin ya kan? Kata Yago. Nih gue kasih bonus lu udah naikin nama Kobokan air. Yago kan gitu.
very valuable picks here.
Ya gue udah gak setuju tuh di awal tuh kayak gak mau gue. Udah lu diem ya gue. Digituin sama anak marketing baru. When me is mom. Ketika aku adalah ibu Yagami. Nah, bentar itu Horozinya kenapa sendirian?
It's going to be Skittlecake switching on over again from Caustic to Horizon. As the whip has been initiated from 6, he's going to hop in that one and get back over towards.
Selain itu ya suka teriak-teriak gitu kah? Bukan itu catsit. Lihat anak tetangga.
It's a fairly new roster. 6 still getting used to playing with Impulsive and Rakinishu, but in terms of a team that does
kan memang begitu Gam, tidak semua diizinkan untuk bertahan karena kadang orang di atas bisa menjadi sebuah sehingga jadi Spark Shadow beda. Bentar, anjing. Kekecilan tulisannya. Wait. Kan emang gitu Gam, tidak semua diizinkan untuk bertahan karena kadang orang di atas bisa menjadi sebuah sehingga jadi Slark Shadow Blade itu Dota jadi apa di ya anjing apa sih Gan
on the player outlines, everybody on top of the roof over here. So this is W with the grenades in hand. Unfortunately, none of those are going to connect quite yet for W. Looking for some serious damage. They have the armor advantage if they want to go and use that with a big, massive shots there from Fury.
Yeah, they get 2 shields broken already. They're still tossing out some grenades to buy in some space. W had the advantage, but now they have to respect them here. They're going to try to reset. Lost out on that opportunity, but they want to.
Nahon lagi nih pasti dia kayak cuman kan memang begitu Gam terus diklik tengah-tengahnya tuh.
Thirst happening for an armor swap because he did have the blue. No, it's not going to be a thirst. It's a bubble res. They have to send it right now.
Lo masih bisa bubble res lo. Keren banget. Ya, hilang.
Very nicely done. Nobody getting knocked on the W side, which means they should be able to fend off any third parties already, and that's exactly.
Nah, jangan mabuk dari SIM 11 kali ya. Kan jadinya jika Anda ingin bertanya kepada saya untuk terus meningkatkan kualitas hidup masyarakat yang tidak bisa, ya anjing. Kenapa Gan cerita Gan? Kan jadinya jika Anda ingin bertanya kepada saya untuk meningkatkan kualitas hidup masyarakat yang tidak bisa, ya anjing. Betul sih. Bener juga sih. Saya nggak bisa, saya punya soju.
Awesome feature that's been
Betul.
added to our broadcast. Really enjoy that one, especially if you are having a little bit of watch party. Shout out to everybody that is having the watch parties right now. Showing much love to all y'all and all the players too. Really appreciate you guys put on such a great show today. Team
Betul juga Gan.
They're trying to gather up some more points. They have the high ground energy, taking a lot of damage.
Sayangi ayangmu yoi.
I know those 30-30 shots make my eyes water. Saw 2 of those shots just sending Rocker inside of this building. Gonna try to restabilize.
Kadang-kadang memang sulit Gam. Iya benar. Yang terakhir gue maksud, yang atas kagak anjir ntar. Kan memang begitu Gam, tidak semua diizinkan untuk bertahan. Tapi di sini ada yang kenok. Iya di end.
Like how Naughty says shooters were. Look at that controller armor swap. That was fairly quick too, but only 1 HP surviving. He says, I'm using wingman car.
Kaki sebelah tiap hari, waduh.
Plenty of ammo directly in front of him too, so that's a
kan jadinya jika Anda ingin bertanya kepada saya terus meningkat.
Can they continue that momentum? They need to continue to add points and try to catch up to energy. It's so close on that leaderboard.
Menurut timeline mana yang terjadi duluan? Revolusi intrusi 4-1 tuh. Ya 1-0 dong. Yang terjadi duluan kan? 1-0 dong harusnya. Aku non binary sih. Gender fluid ya mbak. Aku masih suka banget aja sama gender fluid. Keren. Damn.
I see an Arcstar. That has to be a third party that's coming around. They've got this fight so cleanly, however, it could be just a complete bait coming in on the other end. I would not want to.
Tititku portable iya. Coba. Bisa ini, bisa ada dan gak ada.
only 2 players. This is a difficult situation to be in. It's definitely a reevaluation. As at least you do have.
Tapi menurutku sih kebahasaan yang terjadi duluan adalah evolusi industri 4.0, tapi adanya 4.0 nggak ada. Something penambahan evolusi industri 1 soalnya baru ada di Summer evolusi keempat. Oh menarik juga. Menarik juga. Bener. Tapi kan dia ada sebelum, ada pas zaman di itu. Tapi kan kalau dilihat dari timeline-nya dia duluan yang keluar.
Off of that win over there, has the Hemlock, has the car. We've seen Amu put in some serious work with this Hemlock. We'll see what the 2X has in store for Knock a little bit more down the road. Is like you were saying, Vicky, I don't think that these teams really want to duke it out quite yet. There are a handful of squads waiting to pounce on this. OXG would get in there. That means 100 teams would fly.
Aja 3 tim ada di sini tuh. Lihat, kocak banget.
And that's kind of been the theme of today, even on World's Edge. The timing for these third parties have been
Aku pergi, yo agak dulu lah.
But here in these lobbies, it's a lot riskier because you have a lot of teams that don't want to fully commit because they want to hold on to the real estate that they've already achieved, especially looking at how some of these teams play a lot.
Kita gimana? Ya Allah, masih belum.
I absolutely love game number 5 for reasons like this, where a lot of these teams have already figured out how many points they have and how many points they need to be able to frag out.
Big playoff vibes here as we are on, I believe, day number 4 here for the North American region, and that is just a wild thing to say.
Tidak pernah terjadi kalau fenomena pergeseran industri keempat tidak beri nama. Tapi kalau misalnya betul tidak akan terjadi kalau misalnya tidak ada industri keempat. Tapi kan karena industri keempat sudah terjadi, maka hal itu terjadi. Dan dalam industri ke 4.0 terjadi, itu dinyatakan bahwa dia sebelum ada di industri 4.0. Gitu dong. Kalau 1 menit lagi, ya paling masih ngobrol-ngobrol habis ini.
Take a look at the individual kill leader.
Ntar gue toilet dulu dah.
It's fairly close right now. We have Rocker sitting at 10, Kane at 9, Knocked has 9, Sweet has 9. A lot of players sitting at 8, like Protectful Fun, Naughty, Amu. No one's really, quite broken this lobby open. That's how close it's been, and we're hoping for this type of action the entire day because we know we have the top 4 teams overall that are sitting here, and a lot of other teams trying to fight their way into top 10 to stamp their ticket on over to Stockholm. RCO is one of those squads.
Oh yeah, one of the squads also running the Loba. We had that earlier in the pre-game here. Oxygen, W, Liquid, RCO, taking a page out of W's book on World's Edge, though, trying to replicate that on Stormpoint. They're going to be able to take some height, also looking at their 6 to make sure that, no, the squad is rotating in their direction. They're just trying to be wary. They're also putting down some pings, but they're also trying to see where they could try to contest the next circle from where it's pulling.
They see me rolling, they hating. Furia coming through now, trying to find their rotation spot, or are they going to do some sort of sneaky beacon play? I'm not quite sure what the outside edge is here, but, they seem pretty safe, right? Yeah. So they're going to go for the beacon, then they're going to hit that redeploy. Getting the scan onto zone number 3 is huge.
Hey, even without those redeploy, they could actually save it if they really want. Get on that try.
1 menit lagi kan main ML bodoh. Ya jadi kan keempat duluan karena dia diberikan nama duluan. Nomor 1 hingga 3 dilakukan sebagai pengesahan industri oleh orang-orang yang menjuluki yang keempat sebagai keempat, sehingga secara bahasa revolusi industri hingga ketiga kesadaran dan ketiga. Iya, tapi kan kalau misalnya dilihat secara timeline, dilihat secara sejarah dan waktunya ke 1, 2, 3, 4 ya 1 duluan. Gitu. Kapan-kapan mabar ML paling kali ya. Mabar ML, ya gue udah menggambarin Mobile Legend bro, salah aja bro. Lah, kok udah mulai, kok udah 12-8. Pagi pegawai kurs. Kurset. Enggak dong. Iya dong.
With that R301 3X, the problem with that is once you start to scope in, you're not going to really be able to.
Secara waktu terjadi bersamaan, terjadi yang keempat duluan. Tapi kan orang-orang pada bilangnya, pada mengesahkan kalau yang ke-1 dan ke-2 itu terjadi sebelum yang keempat. Waktunya, gitu loh. Paham gak sih? Ini kita ngapain ngebahas ini sih? Tapi ya gitu.
plans that you have. C9 taking a lot of damage from a triple take. C9 managing to get into some cover, getting into the next circle, but they have to plan where they want to rotate next here.
Karena secara resmi ada yang ke-1 hingga ke-3 tidak pernah ada sampai yang ke-4 muncul duluan. Tapi setelah ke-4 muncul, mereka dinyatakan ada sebelum 1 sampai ke 1, 2, 3 ada kan sebelum ke-4. Bener dong? Aku paham, tapi inilah yang disebut paradoks revolusi industri. Yoi. Ya, gitulah. Ya. Kok gue pengen main MH Rise ya? Pengen, tapi bego. Kok lawan apa lagi? Udah tamat. Udah ketemu semua. Kalau dimasukkan ke dalam aljabar gam, waduh anjing. Dia paradoks revolusi industri. Iya.
Listen, we can fall back here and live for one more zone if we need to and wait for.
Gue mungkin. Oh ya kan belum sampai G-rank ya, belum sampai master gitu.
No one's here. You want me to go to you or what? What do you want me to do? I want everyone to play on
bacot.
Or I guess play back there.
Asal 4 BCD sama dengan 1.
Listen, Zach, in the future this is right? So we don't want, I don't know. Just let a team know we're here kind of thing so they don't feel comfortable playing there.
Saya taunya paradoks Ransu, gua enggak tahu lagi tuh gua apa tuh.
Come here. We can 3-2-1 the Skibby. They don't know we're here.
I need to listen as well. So just talk as like
they're playing on the rock in front of the building. 2 people.
He sees us. He's shoulder peeking. He sees us.
So Diamond Gummy belum. Iya betul, kayak begitu kan. Tapi kan
this is what you're worried about. When that zone closes, it should
Tahu lah ya. Kalau mulai. Belum, masih recap.
I'm leaving this area. It's sketchy. I'm leaving because if a team goes to that tunnel, we're screwed. I'm screwed.
Kemarin Asia deh kalau nggak salah.
Dude, I know of endgames over here. I don't know of any endgames over here. Like, do you guys know an endgame right fucking here?
No.
No.
Might be
no, literally none. But even if it does pull, we have the latest Valkyrie. Mac, I can play over here, can't I? And queue back?
Yeah. You'll make it. Your Q will reach the tree. Your Q will reach the tree. I'll be able to down you.
This is a new spot that we've alcoholed too. If there's a team tree.
Rekap Bapak, masih rekap tuh.
This is insane. Holy shit. Wait, what?
Yo. What are those rockets? That sounded like
that's the team Southwest, I believe.
It sounded so weird.
Bro, where am I?
That's actually in the same corner.
No red dots, man. GG, dude.
I grabbed a car out, so I have a secondary.
Okay.
So
we can get wrapped from here. Zach, don't forget. I'm in a dodge spot, bro. They dude, because I can tuck so deep here. Yeah, and then I'm invincible. Yeah, the only thing that can kill me is nades. Yeah, you just Q, bro. And we bubble and my goal,
Jir capek ngetik.
I will never even shoot at them because as long as they're here, they can't push, right? Wait on actually.
Capek gak sih kan? Kayak. Ya udahlah ya, itulah kita sesuai dengan keyakinan masing-masing aja.
Listen, again, even if it pulls away from us, we'll have one of the later.
Lah di tempatku udah nggak rekap. Kamu di mana? Bagi link ya.
Look at this angle I have, bro.
Kirim link. Kalau bisa.
I go any higher? No, I can't.
Coba kita cari VCT di sini.
I don't know any endgames over here. It doesn't make any sense for this game to end over here. It does not make any sense.
Rekap Bapak.
It does not make sense for. It's either going here, literally, Zach. It's either going on our side or it's.
All I know is that on next zone, like if it pulls to us, we're gonna get oobed hard as fuck. So
yeah, that's why we'll play on me. Yeah. This spot is fucking crazy.
We'll literally just sit on Zach and nade the fuck out of every team that comes to us. Do we have a ton of nades? I only have one frag.
I only have 3 arcs. 2 arcs, 1 frag. We're good. Throw another ult here to get the cave.
Just so you know, Zach, like those.
Things are getting a little aggressive at the end there for Cloud9. They think they got a little excited, Vicky. And also, I love that they're finding new spots on the map. It's like, hey, check out this corner. I love this corner.
Jadinya kalau 4 duluan, sistem revolusi Indonesia jadi was kausal karena 4 muncul duluan, kalau 1 3 duluan jadi stabil karena tidak ketiga, jadi keduanya tuna steady state. Bug in real life, nggak bug sih sebenarnya. Ya, gara-gara orang-orang dulu nggak tahu kalau itu revolusi industri atau mungkin nggak disepakati itu revolusi industri, terus baru revolusi industrinya disepakati keempat, nah gitu. Gak boleh gitu Gam, dunia tidak digabungin dari opini di atas opini yang tidak boleh, ya udahlah ya, mari kita percaya yang kita percaya. Iya. Tapi ya ada benernya omongan lu, kayak ya 4 keduluan baru 3-2 apa 1-2-3. Karena 4 duluan yang disahkan menjadi revolusi industri. Tapi revolusi industri keempat itu nggak bisa jadi keempat kalau nggak ada 1-2-3. Yang ada sebelum mereka yang keempat gitu kan. Nah, untuk agamaku. Kenapa Horizon masih viable di turnamen? Karena dia bisa terbang ke atas terus bisa nyedot orang itu. Kalau misalnya ada ya orang yang apa nih gendok-gendok gitu bisa diterek, diseret. Dia belum main kepake itu. Bagus buat support Yoi. Well, you see Esports Arena picking some up along the way. Take a look at Kubski. I think that could be a wrap maneuver next to Aiden. So you also jadi lag anjir. Ya.
From behind, from where G-Force is too. So a lot of action is going to happen on that side of the map. Meanwhile, in Cloud9's world, they did make the rotation and now they're making their way up on towards the roof.
We heard the comms coming in. They have the redeploy too if necessary.
Kalau terbang Farki juga bisa kan ya, tapi nggak bisa ngangkat orang sih ya, nggak bisa. Terus juga yang apa yang Uzi tuh ultinya men, lu kayak ngelempar ulti terus lu granatin juga orang panik gitu. Bingung. Buat nge-slow juga. Ini LGS yo ya LGS. Lagi liat NA. Yang gue heran banyak yang pakai loba loh sekarang. Kayak tahun kemarin tuh jarang.
Kenapa?
Ya. Karena trash. Obat trash, 100% trash. Man, lu mau ngapain man itu? Kayak trash. Kemarin MVP sama Fnatic skornya 21-23. Waduh. Anjir 20 match 20 ini males banget. Nah, iya itulah. Loba guna banget ultinya karena map sekarang kah? Nggak trash. Kalau di ranked trash. Kecuali lu solo push ya, solo push beda ya. Tapi kalau lu buat teammate composition trash, mending lu cari yang lain deh. Ya mending lu isi apa Bloodhound atau mungkin Bangalore atau mungkin Valkyrie yang lebih guna. Coba apa yang bisa standpoint dari Loba buat komposisi tim? Ya, apa kalau satu pakai Loba, satunya apa Gibi Valkyrie? Gak ada scan gitu, gak ada apa, gak ada yang buat teleport. Ya, men, lu bukan ACU, masalahnya itu. Kalau lu ACU nggak apa-apa deh, lu bokongin atu-atu. Ya maksudnya kalau dia loba bokongin atu-atu oke, tapi ini kayak men. Gue nggak suka sih loba kayak ya udah ya apa. Kalau turnamen ALGS oke, gue bisa lihat apa ya, bisa lihat gunanya dia adalah kalau lagi kayak gini kan banyak box tuh yang jatuh, dia bisa ulti di sini atau mungkin buat cover sementara, it's okay. Tapi kalau buat apa namanya Kok turnamen apa kalau buat rankat biasa nggak guna, soalnya sampai ending tuh udah tinggal sisa dikit doang. Itu tim lu kali ya, Gam lo banyak. Enggak dong.
Kalau di Diamond akan
Look dulu Gam masak nih. Yoi.
aku di Diamond.
Now C9 making their way with the redeploy, like you were saying before.
Banyak kah player lo di Diamond?
Last Valk redeploy is what they need, and now they're about to land right on top of the 100 Thieves right here.
Wow, bentar.
They dive right in though, they get the crack immediately. 100 Thieves were not seeing it coming.
What shots coming through? This was also CLG going down as you see 100 Thieves is being taken out by Energy. Now the push coming in from 100 Thieves. It's Amu and Backslot trying to do it with just 2 players. The strafe is looking so strong by the enemy player. Is that Zach Mazer? It is. He's got the moves like Jagger, Vicky, but it's not enough. It's now Esports Arena coming for the cleanup.
Not my type man Loba nem.
Getting taken out after their plans go awry. ESA now want in on the fight.
Aku lebih percaya player sama pro player yang pakai Loba sih Gam daripada kamu yang bahkan belum Diamond. Wah, anjir. Incel double GB dom, yoi. Enggak gua.
They're looking for the back-to-back. We didn't know where they were on World's Edge, but hello, Esports Arena on Storm Point. They are looking so good. This is a 3-on-2 situation. You can see there's 5 players over there next to where it's 2 squads alive. This should be all
anjing tinggal 2. 2 lawan 3.
Nothing is for certain. That's why we play the game here. As you can see, the shots are landing.
Wonder Thieves menang lucu sih. Enggak sih, Valkyrie-nya koit sih itu pasti. Enggak, masih bisa. Wait, Valkyrie-nya enggak ada ini. Mereka enggak ada Valkyrie sebenarnya buat ini Q. No. GB-nya pecah. Shield-nya. High shield-nya. Jembatan Bang, masih lama Bapak.
It's the song and dance that really has me right now with 100 Thieves. They know that they have to just shift and cover one another as a duo, but ESA, they have...
Anjir, whiff parah wingman-nya. Yoi.
You see ESA now fully sending it. The dome has been called in. You see
anjir suka banget gue.
Menang. They things up with a back-to-back win. ESA, they're looking to stay on top.
C9 menang lagi. C9 menang lagi. C9 menang lagi. Cuman ngadap kalau ini apa namanya Pathfinder di buff cooldown-nya. Wah, susah sih, Bro. Back to back C9. Ini LGS, ya LGS. Wah, gila. Belak banyak.
Yeah, it may not be as dominating as we had seen in day number 1 against these 2 groups, but still, ESA is the only team so far in this lobby to have been able to take more than 1 victory.
See the overall, it's very evenly spread still. All the way
apa sih yang menang? Salah ngomong lagi gua. Tolol banget ESA nih.
A handful of kills, probably their best kill performance of the day, but 100 Thieves stuck in there.
Sinian.
In that 3v2, you gotta give credit where credit's due. That
Siapa
was
sih yang menang?
not an easy team to go and take on. They led that fight for a majority of the time.
Asal ngomong baik gue. Nggak valid emang jadi caster.
No way ESA was letting that one slip up. Energy, unfortunately, they haven't been able to close out the game.
Itu agak join ya kayak Wapek gitu. Join si ini si Big Z join kok. Kemarin gue lihat Big Z tapi nge-lag streaming dia.
Out in the line of sight of both 100 Thieves and ESA. Now looking at the other page though, W not having the same performance that we had seen on World's Edge.
It's tough for W. They got taken out fairly early. Liquid not the performance.
Sangat tidak profesional sekali ya, barusan salah nyebut tim menang.
To a slow day for them. Atlanta Premier as well. Really hurts because now when you're looking at this final game, you really don't feel like you're going to have an opportunity
Big Z
to
yang
push for
best
first
ya.
place, but you have to remember where you stand in that overall leaderboard. There's an opportunity to make it into the playoffs, to go to Stockholm, so do not be giving up at any given point in time.
Pagi-pagi mulu lu streamnya, iya. Lagi suka stream pagi.
May see more Horizons, right? You've seen Horizon win back-to-back games. We already saw turns switch over.
Gue mampir dulu ke sana, yo.
Team for LMK. Maybe it could be time for other teams to adapt.
Yeah, they're molding out here. Horizon after Horizon, I feel like we're going to see it just transition into a lot more of these other teams. ESA being the most consistent with this composition on Stormpoint. They obviously have figured something out here on Stormpoint that other teams are still trying to get a hold of when it comes to these map swaps.
Because you think about it, Ashe is probably another viable situation there in terms of Legends, but also you have Bangalore, that's been very popular in EMEA. We're not seeing any Bloodhounds, we're not seeing any Cryptos. Loba's being very popular today, which we didn't see in EMEA earlier today. So a lot of changes in regions, but it makes sense to play Horizon or Ash with the verticality that you need.
Gue live, nggak live dia Gam? Iya, enggak lah, kan nggak di regionnya dia Bapak.
End zones like that yet, but it's so important.
Nah,
Let's
itu
bring Kate
Twitter
back
dulu.
and see what she thinks after that back-to-back dub.
Back-to-back ESA showcasing what they can do because they've already done it. But as we take a look at our match 4 and 5 highlights, I want to talk a little bit about that team composition. It's one of my favorite things to talk about because I love it when things change just a little bit. That obviously goes and shakes up an entire lobby. So obviously in match 4, that's where we really showcase this Loba party. But how many Lobas are too many? At what point does it become a swap meet? Great questions all. But Tom, as we take a look here, I feel like during specifically match number 4, I couldn't turn my head any which way without seeing a black market.
That's just
Nggak ada kelas Gam, nggak ada. Adanya nanti habis Jumatan baru. Kan gue pengennya streamnya habis Jumatan kayak main Apex aja gitu. Apalagi ini. Mulai lo sih, PJT.
On World's Edge, and then you switch on over to Storm Point, and they're looking for maybe 3 in a row. That would be absolutely insane, but it started right here with this 1v1 going up against Zact on the C9 team. Knock was just so deadly here.
Absolutely. And Vicky, have you ever seen a final circle that ends in a tree? A palm tree, I should say.
The coconuts just being part of the end circle. I mean, we saw those ankles being broken. I absolutely know that they're feeling themselves after winning that one.
Nyari event kayak gini.
That momentum definitely carried on to the next game. Energy also having a pretty tough rotation, but they had free reign over the squads that were being contested on that middle island.
Gila, meta GB sama Caustic gak mati. Oh iya, itu metanya TSM di regionnya TSM. Meta paling annoying yang pernah gue lihat.
We're talking NRG in our final 5. C9, ESA, of course, coming out on top twice. And this is on Storm Point. What does that tell us? It feels like to me that maybe these teams are like...
Itu gak bakal mati sampai kalau misalnya Caustic di nerf kayak gasnya tuh cuma 1. Damage dah itu baru mati itu metanya. Bahkan ada Mad Magi pun gak matiin Gibi loh. Maksud gue kan kayak Gibi kayak... Wah ya gitu. Kalau lawan Mad Magi kan bisa ditembus tuh.
That they are sitting, right? Because that's going to be half of the games that we play going forward. So you're going to have to be able to be strong. In World's Edge, you're going to have to be strong. You may have to change compositions, you may have to change legends, but that's just something that these pro players thrive in.
Absolutely. Speaking of pro players, one of the things I loved, Vicky, was that listen in with Cloud9. Not just because they're my pick, we'll see what happens. But either way, I will say that Zact really, that in-game leading was all about the end game, all about the end game, and I've heard that in some of the comps, but I've never heard it so willingly, so very.
Is Loba well designed?
Again and again and again. Always have an exit strategy. Always know the end game.
Yeah, coming from the FGC, we call it option select there, and that's basically what they were planning ahead. They had a plan for any sort of situation that could have gone wrong. You even heard the end game redeploys. Yeah, or in the way that they may have wanted, they still were able to jump on top of 100 Thieves. But in that, it was quite impressive to see 100 Thieves recover from that jump there too. They were able to actually disengage, reposition themselves, so that way they didn't get themselves pinched in a potential third party when Energy wanted to swoop in for the kills.
Absolutely, and listen, C9 still coming at with 9 kills, I believe. Let's take a look at that leaderboard and see if I'm right.
Pengen gue pengen lanjut tidur ya, maaf.
And of course, Tom,
ngantuk nih,
you've said it once, you've said it 1,000 times.
Mulai agak separoh nih mata gue.
But Esports Arena, a nice little pull ahead there, up 3
spaces. Dulu gue Gam, dia
this top 8 has a chance, but you get a little bit worried if you're going for the dub here, where you would stand if you are able to shut down ESA, 100 Thieves, or NRG. And you have a feeling, you have a strong feeling that these teams that are desperate for points on the second page specifically are going to start playing a little bit more aggressive, looking for more fights, so they can try to rack up onto that leaderboard. But if you're a team like RCO, if you're a team like W right now, imagine getting a huge win here, what that could do.